Alright, it's going to be a review from a purchaser of the Tipi, four-person Tipi from Seek Outside. I also got the bundle with it, so I got the stove. That's a large stove. These are the peg. I got the liner, and sorry, that's the pole. The peg are next to it, and the tent. So I'm gonna film this and see what we get. So I fast forward this video because Sick Outside already do a really good job at presenting how to set up the teepee, and I didn't want to do it again. I mean, there's other review online as well. I like to do my review on stuff that I haven't seen online or YouTube, and that's what I focus on afterward. I just put it in there because it was part of the setup, but I don't use any technique demonstrated by Seek Outside. I'm not saying they're bad. I like to make things simple, and I basically, like you see on the video, I set up each corner, and then I go in with the pole. So once each corner are set, I usually like try to go door to door and then the opposite, and then like you see, it's all set up. And from there, I'll just go around and set up with the rest of the peg. Try to pull it make it as nice as possible. I also recommend to use the outside loop because there's an inside one, probably for winter, maybe for when snow goes down and seal it. I'm not sure, but I use the outside one. In the video there, I put the from the inside, but eventually I switched it around and I discovered it was better. So I would recommend doing the outside for it. Also, I like to focus, like I said, on things I haven't seen. So the main thing gonna take the most of the distance on the video is the chimney, the stove. There's something I didn't like about the stove jack, and that's pretty much it. So we'll go with that in a minute. So this is the large stove they have, the titanium stove. This is the chimney, and very interesting. I want to start with this. This was the hardest thing because it didn't fold, like about 7.5 feet long, and then you have to fold it the other way. I cut myself, I was by myself, and I didn't do this the right way first time, but all the reviews said that once it's burned in, it's actually, it's a lot better, and it was. It took me 10 seconds, really, like 30 seconds to do it next time. I just want to show how well it's going to unfold. So if I just open it, you kind of keep the shape. So now I just have to, it's a lot easier doing it this way. I just put all the ring one side and just file them through. You still have to be careful. I should be wearing gloves doing this, but then you can space it out. There is some kink to it. I did that the first time. I could really work out to try to get rid of those, I guess. But it doesn't affect the chimney at all, the performance or anything. It just aesthetically it doesn't look good, which I don't care about the aesthetic. So I'll just, it doesn't matter. I'll just put this one up here. Bring this one down here. So I said 10 seconds. I'm explaining at the same time, but obviously it took a little bit longer than that. But nothing compared to the first time. It was just a disaster. Next part in there, we have the spark arrestor and also the to adjust how much heat's going back there. Stove itself and the legs. So I keep those like this all the time for a reason. So this is already adjusted to the length I need for the leg. So all I have to do is remove these. And instead of twisting it all the way up down both ways, I just do it one time. So by the way, this part, the hole goes down. Just put it together. Obviously this goes on top. And this is the bottom. Just like that. It's very simple. Kind of holds together even without the peg. It's so light. It's like paper thin, and it feels like everything's gonna break because it's so thin. It's so light, but it's not. So, and that's the stove, and that's where it's super light. So I'll just remove these. I think it's a lot faster just to keep them on top, so that way they're already adjusted. And then just flip it around. Those guys. That way I can also tell a little bit where it is. And of course you can all adjust this according to what's going on. Terrain, like this one is pretty low. The other one is pretty high, I don't know why. That was just last time I used it. There we go. And that's the stove. Quite sturdy, it doesn't move anymore. Doors right here. And that's it. Oh, spark arrestor. And that's where this is how I put it on. It's not even, it's gonna hold with the weight of the chimney, and that's it. So another thing, like I really like the Tipi, there's nothing wrong with it. And one thing I noticed when I lift the flat for the stove jack, there's a Velcro that hold it there. But I wish there was something like maybe over the top, and I can easily put a loop for a paracord or something and just hold it, because this part touched the chimney right there and it kind of burned off. Left a mark on the tent, on the chimney, no big deal. I mean, if there was a Velcro back there instead to just really hold it up, because the thing is going to be right here, and then when you put it down there, if it touched the white or the gray, no problem. But if it touched that thing by the wind or anything, then it's gonna melt. So just a note on the seam, I'll try to zoom in to show it. So these are factory seam. They're all this gel that they apply to it that becomes part of the tent really, and they're all like this. All the seams. I'll get to another one here. And it's really, really well seam. It feels like a band of rubber has been applied to it. So I would definitely recommend to get the factory seal seamed on it. So this is the inside once everything is set up with the cut. This is the Kabbalah small cut. And I got a little air mattress. I don't think I'll need it, but yeah. So there's still lots of room. I'm 6'2", and you can tell the cot is longer than me, and there's still room to spare on both ends. And I got lots of room here as well to put my gear. So yeah, it works great. I really like it. It's a great product. I never felt anything like it. The material, I don't know what it's made of. It's probably said on the site, but it's really good stuff. The stove is super light. I've used it already a few times. It's toasty in here right now because it's sunny. It's not warm. It's not cold, but it's gonna get cold tonight. And just a little bit of wood in there makes it like a sauna. So it's really easy to handle and